Animorphs. Animorphs.
Animals!
Animorphs. Animals. Okay.
Hello! Is that Panama?
It's Panama, yeah.
So, good day to you all. I am Four. I will be running the Morphs in the Dark game for you because I have with me two of our players, one of whom has completed such things, and the other is about to learn. Are you ready for the death you've deserved, little man?
I am so ready. And wait, hold on. I just popped into your channel and like an ad for I guess just 420 just popped up on the screen.
420? You can
Wait,
sell
it's
that?
a Secret Life of Pets 420 ad.
Blaze it.
Is that really? Is it a catnip? Is that what this is?
I was about to
That's
ask. Yeah, is it catnip?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. It's confirmed. The Secret Life of Pets is about Nothlets.
It's
Not
yes.
smoking
Okay,
that dank kush.
And what
That's
Nothlets
what-
get up to when their owners aren't around.
Oh, I am.
They don't fight the Yerks. They don't fight the Yerks. Apparently, they just smoke catnip.
They just smoke catnip and chill. This is pretty great.
So welcome.
that's fantastic.
We are playing we are doing a playtest of Animorphs, Morphs in the Dark, which is a hack of Blades in the Dark, and we've already went through one episode of character creation with our crew of Abbygator Frenzy and Josh Wallstormer. I wish that I actually don't know his last name. What if it is Josh Wallstormer?
That's a pretty great last name.
I'd say. But we have Simon here to give Drunkly some emotional support, as well as various other shenanigans that we will be getting up to, because we might get to introduce the campaign and a few of the initial scenes. But in the meantime, let's actually learn who the rest of our friends are. I am Four. I do things here on the forefront. I made the playtest, and if I were to morph an animal, it would be one of the horses at the equestrian center where I do my full-time job as a horse groom. And the particular horse I would morph would be Ammo, because he has bitten me.
Oh.
More than once.
So is that because you know that the teeth are dangerous and sharp, or is it just?
They're not sharp. They'll just crack your finger like a carrot.
Okay.
And if you've ever had a horse try to kick you, that is also a benefit.
I've heard that's no bueno.
Every time I try to steal someone's horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, that happens. So like, I imagine it's not fun. Yeah.
No. But how about you guys pick something fun? Introduce yourself. Whatever else you think is very necessary for us to know you, and tell us what animal you would be able to morph in your town vicinity. Drunkly, how about you go first?
Hi, my name is Marcus, or Drunkly. You can follow me at Drunkly Romantic. I do things on the internet sometimes. And if I could morph into one animal, it would probably be the protagonist of the TV series Manimal. I would want to see what that's like. I want to see what that's about. And yeah, pretty much go for that. If you want a real answer, I would morph into my dog Bandit. And sorry, I said I'll get it right. I would morph into my dog Bandit, Gambit, Optimus Prime, Billy Idol Maze, and I would confuse him.
You would confuse? That's it?
Like a Pokemon move?
Yeah, I would just I'd be Ditto. I just want to be his personal Ditto.
All right.
So you also have someone to play with who has the same kind of like physicality. So it'd be like we can run around.
Does he do anything embarrassing you would not do?
No, I would do everything embarrassing he does.
Okay.
I'm pretty embarrassing myself, so I don't want to harsh him, you know.
All right. Well, before we get to Simon, I will alert you. You do have a bit of a double voice going on.
Oh no.
So,
am I coming through?
You're coming through beautifully.
Oh.
Yes.
So wait, my voice is double.
Oh no, not Drunkly. You're
Me?
yes, you.
I was
Oh
like,
wait, try again.
Words.
Now
say.
there it is. There it is.
Oh.
Oh, you can be a chi right now. A little android doggo.
Hello.
The Chi do not dab. They are an ancient race of respect.
They're an ancient, proud race. They do not dab.
This is official.
Well, it's now canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Well,
it on
yeah.
land, or is
What's
it...
happening? The text is just forming on in the Dropbox file, the PDF. It just says they dab now. Wow, it just happened. I don't know. I don't know. This is
Like Matrix
Yeah,
dialogue downloading through the.
Oh wow. So I'm sorry. It's canon now. It's in your
Oh,
thing.
boy,
It's in your
oh,
hack.
boy.
So I
But yeah, you're coming in double, and I don't know why.
Weird. I had the stream and another tab open. I'm closing that to see if that changes anything.
Nope.
Cool.
It is peculiar. How about you just roll with this for the moment?
Alrighty. I hope that it will not destroy everyone's
No,
ears.
it's beautiful.
Okay. My name is Simon, and I'm very excited to be here once again. You can find me on the internet tweeting about things like LARPing and tabletop role-playing games and queer audio fiction at Lucha Libris. And if I was going to turn into a animal, I grew up in a town that is full of turkeys, and it's not far from where I live now. And turkeys, let me tell you something, are horrifying creatures. Those are, if you ever need proof that dinosaurs are still alive on this planet, don't look at alligators, don't look at sharks. Turkeys are just velociraptors. They're just little squat, fat velociraptors. And they'll get you.
We have a derby field at work, and turkeys migrate to it. And when they do, the horses that we have to take out to the paddocks are on high alert. Because such tiny creatures are incredibly intimidating to a immense beast of unlimited power.
I mean, that's pretty accurate. We did measure power by them, so
Yeah.
and they are made of muscles. How about turkey power? Let's get on that. Honda, that's a company. I couldn't think of any.
It was one of the lesser-known teenage supergroups of the '90s.
Gosh,
Turkey power.
Turkey power. So, Marcus,
Yes.
I am going to introduce you to Morphs in the Dark, because I seriously doubt I do not have to introduce you to Animorphs.
Yes.
What is your experience with Animorphs?
I went to a Scholastic book fair and I saw the most interesting book cover I had ever seen in my life. I picked it up and I was like, oh, this is some like real cool teen sci-fi stuff happening with a little bit like a little fantasy sci-fi. And as I like read more of it, I was like, this is not for children. It is a very dark book
No,
series.
it says on the cover, third to second grade to third grade.
Yeah, and like it's like, and that's even pushing it too, because like Scholastic thought that it was like Scholastic thought that they had this like nice like child like teen franchise. No, this is like some epic, depressing space warfare. I like became like I was so invested in it. I was already in love with animals, so I was reading every book I had about animals. So Animorphs plus animals plus teens going through things plus a new Nickelodeon show on top of that, and an extreme amount of lore for my young, impressionable, and moldable mind. I was like, okay, let's read everything. And I read them all.
The great thing about it was they had side books where they did absolutely crazy stuff that would never fly in the main series.
What else is an expanded universe for?
Yep.
What else? Megamorphs?
Yeah. Maybe doing all kinds of crazy stuff you wouldn't get away with normally.
Not fascist America.
Oh, but like, how good of a feeling was that when you like walked into like a book fair or a store and you saw the Megamorphs?
Yes.
The first time I saw that, I was like,
My heart.
Like I was like I was told to do a project for class, and we had to do like this big art project, and I just did an Animorphs book cover. I just drew my own Animorphs book cover. I gotta see if I can find that somewhere, but like
please do.
I got a participation ribbon.
I think you should do that because we still have baby Phantom. Thank you for subscribing. We still have recently Kay Applegate's I think husband's initial drawings for the Andalite and Hork-Bajir. Let me find them.
Is that what I saw or tweeted out earlier?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see the Hork-Bajir one.
Oh, I'll put it in the. We don't have Josh or Abby here, so we'll just.
I'm looking at the Andalite, and it's like, his hands are just really dorky.
Oh my god!
Yeah, look at these.
Where are we at? Where are we at?
Check it out. Oh, wrong thing. Still wrong thing.
We're getting there.
There it is. All right. 2 slender arms. Yeah, in the what is it? In the Andalite Chronicles, Elfangor notes humans have really amazing buff arms, and they're so strong. And he's like, oh, Lauren is so cool. She's an alien, and she has really buff arms.
I mean, I do relate to that type. So,
can't we all? Elfangor is such a positive presence. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Drunkly, we're gonna make your character.
Yeah.
Which will be especially interesting because you want to play an alien.
I do want to play an alien.
Excellent. Well, we have several aliens at your disposal in Morphs in the Dark because I wanted to really bring home the Animorphs lore shenanigans because I adore it, and I wanted to give fans of the game, the Game Boy Advance game, Animorphs, fans of the book series, sort of exactly what they might want in a playable setting as these aliens. And you could choose from a Yeerk, an Andalite, a Hork-Bajir, one of the Chi, or a Taxon, if you feel like struggling with ravenous hunger instead of, the usual teen stuff.
Oh man, I'm just so hungry all the time. I just constantly eating a bag of Doritos. I got Doritos and Mountain Dew.
I think Taxons are the most relatable alien in Animorphs because they're literally a giant slug that just like lays around. It feels terrible when it has to go do something.
That's me.
And it's always hungry. It's like, that's
that
me.
Is me 24/7. I get it, dude.
I feel like a bag of guts.
Okay, let me take a look at these. I have read through this a bit, so
oh yes,
I have already deeply made my choice. But I gotta go with the Andalite. I gotta go with the people who made this mess.
Yep. They're the ones who have given birth to literally this mess.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Zero.
Mess. Andalites. Let's begin by giving you a idea of how Morphs in the Dark is played, Drunkly, because I don't think you've played Blades in the Dark, have you?
No, I do have my copy of Blades in the Dark here that I have read a little bit of, but I also have the Morphs in the Dark pulled up right here.
I'm so pissed off. I want that. I only have the PDF.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Can you feed it through there? Yeah. Compress it.
I think it's on your side.
Oh no! It got Z-spaced into my tummy.
Oh man!
Well,
dang!
That'll be a B word to morph out.
Oh, that would be very bad.
I know. So there's like, okay, we could just have
questions. Yeah, hold on.
We could just have an episode about questions. Like, okay, what if you wanted to morph out your cavity? Could you do that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So okay, that's a really interesting question because I feel like it would have to be a thing that you could do. But what if I don't? Like, how
Because
does
unless
digestion work?
Well, actually, that's a good point. Where does the food go? What if you eat? What if a evil your controller goes crazy and pours bleach down your throat, and you morph? Like, where does it go?
Well, because when you morph back, like you do, like you do, like you're not, you don't retain the damage, right? Like
No, you. Well, here's how it's gonna work.
Taking stress.
Ow, yeah, that's a stressful situation. In Morphs in the Dark. When you morph out of your morph after you've taken harm, which you probably will, you get to roll either your attune or something else to figure out how many ticks you'll get in healing. Because I feel like I would be the game would become maybe too easy to like tremendously like tasky with just getting rid of harm every time you morph out of a creature. But I also want to like make it a little bit more in tune with the game, because this is a game. I'm going to mess up morphing intentionally because I do think there's no way I'm going to play a 2-hour time limit on both morphine and our like show.
Yeah.
So there are different ways that morphine will be influenced in this campaign, but we'll get to that because Morphs in the Dark. We'll just cover that. It's a game played with only d6s, and every time you would need to do something that is challenging and carries some risk, the game master says, "Hold it right there. It looks like your position is risky, and your action will have a standard effect. Why don't you roll this action on your character sheet?" And depending on how many dots that you have on that action, and by the way, Drunkly, these character sheets are amazing because you can hover your mouse over each of them, and it will tell you what they do and what they're all about.
That's beautiful.
Except for attune. Attune is a very special thing in that it is the morphine ability. That is its only use. It also does special things for the Chi, who use it to make holograms, and the Yeerks use it to control their hosts.
I did not know that the Chi were behind the holographic Tupac, but it's cool to know that now. Is that part of the extended lore?
Wait, no. When did he die? Was it in the 1990s?
Never.
1996.
Oh, it could have happened.
Could have been Animorphs canon.
It could have been. That could be Animorphs canon. There's so much stuff that could be Animorphs canon. Now that you look at it.
Do you ever just like walk around the street and just look at something like that could be Animorphs canon? That's what I do all the time.
That could be a three-way. So.
Supposed to spit on my water there.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're lovely.
Well, thank you. And here's what you need, Drunkly. You need 1, 2s, and 3s if you want to fail and have something bad happen. Or you could try to get 4, 5, and 6 in order to get a success. Now, if you get 2 6s or more, that's a critical success. That means you're able to do various things that would be locked away from you. Now, there are a few things that can be done when you fail. You can have your position go up and down because the different positions... Ooh, nice roll there. The different positions can be risky, I think standard, and the last one is desperate. And let me actually double check that because... Yeah, controlled, risky, and desperate are the 3 positions. And guess what? You get XP whenever you roll desperate because it's beyond your capabilities. The situation you're in. So those really are like the driving force of what's happening right now. What opposition am I up against, if any? Meanwhile, effect is sort of measuring the range of success and what your success will be able to accomplish if you happen to succeed. So even if you succeed, the only thing you're really guaranteed is continued survival. Like if you are rolling to fight a T-Rex, well, guess what? I'm gonna make that limited, because even if you're a bear or an elephant, the most powerful morph like available to the canon Animorphs, you're not going to be able to really impact the situation. You're gonna be able to maybe delay it for someone else, but you're not going to make a huge epic stand. There are other ways you can influence your role, including getting helping dice from someone, getting a +1 to your dice pool, or various abilities that your character's playbooks have. Here's the one thing, though. Those all cost stress for the most part. Stress is a commodity that measures how readily your character can weather the situation. It is sort of your last-ditch resource to get by, basically. You pay stress to do various things, to resist all the hooks I'm going to be throwing your way. So the only thing you really need to know about stress is you will be paying stress, and if you get all of your stress paid, you get a trauma. You become traumatized, just like our beautiful children in the book series. And the traumas cannot be removed.
Oh, shit.
And guess what? That means you get XP for playing those traumas as well. So it is a cost that really stokes the flames of Blades in the Dark does such a wonderful job in measuring a toxic and volatile situation, and it constantly makes you feel as though you are under siege. And that's what I felt when I read in the perspectives of the various Animorphs, as they are children under siege and trying to deal with it as best they can. And they don't. They just don't. Hi, Paladin Hulk. It's good to see you. Now, the next thing we really have to do is, like, you chose to be an Andalite, right?
Andalite Delight, absolutely.
Ooh. Bunza. Cinnabunza. So, Andalites have a good number of special abilities they can choose. The first thing we have to do, though, is give you your starting actions. So, your starting actions, because you are an Andalite, is Tinker and Finesse. Your Tinker rating gets 2 to represent your Andalite astute measure of technology, because you live in the future.
Yeah.
And Finesse, because you're a beautiful deer.
No. Yeah, like I don't want to be a big muscular beast with arms. Of course I'm gonna pick the Andalite. Just living out my little.
You could just be a ripped Andalite, though.
Yeah, just shredded.
Tremendous. You just the Andalite's arms are sort of like little baby arms.
Yeah.
So like if they worked it out, it would be like that 10-year-old who had like immense pecs and like the hardest looking, like it looked like someone photoshopped this little baby head onto
was that
this.
like was that like the kid who was famous for that? Was that one?
Yeah, he's like famous for that. He's like
kid.
the youngest bodybuilder ever, and he is like grotesque.
I watched a documentary about him. It was the saddest thing in the world, but he is ripped.
Yeah, he worked for it. I hope he did it by choice.
Ew.
Oh, let's move on. So,
but he's happy and healthy now.
That's good.
That's the end of the story. He is happy and healthy.
It ended well.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm hopping through. I'm trying to find I scrolled too far. The Andalite page that had the information on it.
Yeah. And also, do you want which character sheet do you want? Copy of number 1 or the original number 1?
What does that mean?
Let me give you number 1.
Oh, in Morphs. Okay, back in the Roll20.
Yeah, let me name it.
Yeah. I like unknown generic kid name. That is possibly my favorite thing I've ever. Oh, perfect! It's got my name on it.
It's got your name. All right, everybody.
Oh my God, you're right. These character sheets are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They're very spicy.
Morphs in the Dark has a tremendous Roll20 app on it, and I'm ever grateful. And we'll be able to maybe in future playtests change some of the names of these. I had a playtest once earlier where we had different names for the action abilities, and it was sort of like, yes, I do like this, but it was also, gosh, good gracious, players don't know what this is. Blades in the Dark does a fantastic job of having like a base idea of what to start with. So I feel like I should start with that first. And yeah, this is if you're expecting like a full on like seamless campaign, where I intend for this to be sort of it's going to be fun first. Mm-hmm. And if there's trouble with some of the mechanics, or if some of the Blades of the Dark stuff isn't hitting as hard as I want, it doesn't matter, because this is a playtest, and I love these people.
Aww.
I love you. Do you have your Andalite?
I have my Andalite screen up.
All right. You have.
So I have Tinker and Finesse. Those are the options, correct?
Yes. No, you get those. You get 2 in Tinker, so fill in 2 dots with Tinker. Like, it's automatic. You are the Andalite.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you get 1 dot in Finesse, and then I believe you get 4 dots to put wherever you want.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, so 2. Okay.
Simon, what was your biggest struggle in placing dots?
Considering where everyone else's kind of skill sets were going to fall, I am always interested in building a relatively balanced party, but also I like to be true to whatever the character concept that I had is, and I was working with kind of a scrappy kind of punk kid. So getting the 2 bonus skills is nice, because that kind of tells you where the playbook is meant to be, how that playbook is meant to be played. And then from there, it was just kind of thinking, well, like, what is the base concept? Because starting out, you don't really have that strong of a sense of who the character is, and I think in terms of placing those stats, you get a much stronger kind of vibe of who they are. And like, oh, I put a point in command, maybe that tells me something. So I just knew I wanted to hit stuff with the character, so that made it pretty easy.
So are you more of a brawler type then in this?
Yeah, I'm playing a playbook called the Battleborn.
Oh, you're the Battleborn.
He's the Battleborn.
Okay.
And so the Battleborn gets a point in Hunt and 2 in Wreck, which I love. You just go in and smash stuff. So I put 2 more points into Skirmish, and then 1 into Attune, because it's the skill. You need that skill. And then I put a point in Command, because I have this image of this character being kind of like a like, hey, back off those kids, like, they're my friends, punk. Like, I'll mess you up. But only 1 point, because it's not his strong suit.
I'm gonna smash that yerk out of your head.
Right.
Oh, well, that's good.
He's intimidating. He wants to be intimidating.
That's great.
Whether or not he actually is.
And
the other players chose what types?
They chose,
The
I
Joker
believe
was-
Abby is an outsider,
Yeah.
and Josh chose the Joker.
Yeah.
The Joker is one of my favorite ever. It's one of the greatest things I've ever wrote, because it's all about a character who lives the Marco philosophy. Like, that's exactly what I want.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm trying to take a look. You said I get 4.
You get 4 action dots. Yes. While you contemplate, I'm going to take 5 seconds to get my coffee.
Absolutely. Get
Don't
that
start counting now. I have to get up.
1,000. Okay. It's our stream now. Do whatever you want.
Pouring.
It's 5.
Too late. I can't think of what's a failure song. Because all I have is the graduation song. Da,
Dang it.
da, na, 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 na,
Dang it.
na, 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 na.
Like the legit one or the one by Vitamin C?
The one by Vitamin C.
Yes, thank you.
I saw her
Wes.
perform at a Phoenix Coyotes game.
You did not.
The Arizona hockey team, and I saw it on a field trip, and I was the only one who I couldn't admit that I bought the EP,
Mhm.
but like I was the only one who knew who she was, and I'm like, I listen to this all the time. My friend Robert, don't tell anyone. Vitamin C. Killer performance on that ice. On that, she rode the Zamboni.
Oh my
Like
god.
literally, she was on the Zamboni and running around singing. It was a weird.
Riding astride it like a mouse.
Yeah.
Like Washington crossing.
Just like Washington crossing the Delaware.
Uh-huh.
Vitamin C Zamboni to cross the America West Arena.
You want to know how George Washington died?
Animorphed?
Nope.
How?
He went outside to have sex with a slave, and he ran back inside naked. In the middle of winter.
Oh yeah, you'll die.
And then he died from pneumonia.
That sounds about right.
USA.
Thanks, history.
USA.
If only would he put his name on more things. How do I? Okay, so now I'm.
Yes.
Oh God, I'm reading through these and. I definitely like.
You're choosing a special ability?
Yes.
Yeah, I really wanted to capture like all of the like various ways that Andalites had like stood out as like a spacefaring race, but also their like delicate deer scorpion tail form. Like I wanted to like capture that like action figure like esque like creation that the Applegates made. Tail.
The thing I love about that, because there is a bit where they go into like what they were and where they evolved from and like how they became a thing. Like they were just kind of mostly docile species. Then evolution gifted them with murder tails and incredible brain powers.
And don't forget the stock eyes.
Oh yeah, the eyes that I like those are the murder eyes. These are the ones that you can like look at and talk to. These are the ones that tell you where the tail goes. At least in my head, that's what I was always like. That's how they can see.
Do
my head canon for
Andalites poop?
Let me hold on, let me check. Real quick. Hey Siri,
Yes?
No.
call K.A. Applegate.
Stop this!
I don't have her number that well. I have her husband's number. He's been sending me the pictures of the.
That's how we got this insider info.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you were the leak. Okay. God, stop the press. Everyone
My bad.
poops. Thanks, Abigator. You
Sweet
would know.
Jesus.
Okay,
Abigator was a children's librarian. I wonder how many times you had to read "Everyone Poops" to. I'm making a hard. Abby, you're my friend. I am making too hard of a hit on you.
Now, one last
Devastated.
question when it comes to this. I have this piece of text in front of my screen for some reason, so I don't know how to get that to go away. But
Alright.
I'll deal with that later. On my character sheet, the to generate playbook abilities, items, and friend, like it's covering part of my screen, but that just might be. I don't know what that is. So,
Put an Andalite in there. Just put in the Andalite, because the way another reason why the Blades in the Dark character sheets on Roll20 are amazing is if you just put the name of the playbook,
it goes away.
everything fills out. It's beautiful. Unfortunately, I can't do that with how I've set up
awesome.
the game so far. But if you put that in, then it'll go away.
So, and again, on top of that, I get 4 dots to add in.
Yep. They can go into anything. You definitely want to put at least one into a tune, because that is the morphing ability. I think
Would you like to play the game?
Would you? Yes. Because guess what? If you don't have any dice in a certain action, guess what? You roll 2 dice and you take the lowest result.
And I'm already not good at rolling dice. I'm not good at random chance, so.
Oh, I remember the mouse guard rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
I am worse at physical dice because I throw them too hard. So at least Roll20 stops me from breaking things. I was at a studio recently, and I threw the dice and I broke the board. And they still welcomed me back, but Okay, so I want
That is a. What were the dice made out of? Like, were they like
Oh, they were big
onyx?
metal. These were more metal ones. Yeah.
Oh my!
They were like real solid metal ones, and I thought they were just like, I made a mistake.
That's okay.
So attune command.
Regrets.
You know what?
Oh, by the way,
know
Simon, you
what?
sound beautiful.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's all working.
Yeah.
You sounded beautiful before too. I didn't hear the double voice, and even if I did hear the double voice, it's just twice as much as beauty. So like, you're good.
Look at the VOD. Yeah, it really depends on what sort of character you want to play and what you want to be doing with your Andalite. Like, do you want to be like really invested in where you are in the Yerk fight, the actual fighting with your Andalite form, or like, are you more of a tech wizard and you can use? Oh, by the way, you can't increase any action beyond 2.
Okay.
2 is the limit for character creation.
At character creation.
Yeah.
Perfect. I do. I actually. Yeah. No, that's fine. I already have 2 in Tinker. It's fine. I was just looking at Tinker. I'm like, I really like that, but I already have 2 in it, so I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with actually. I'm gonna go with Hunt as my last one. So I have Hunt, Finesse, Prowl, and wait, no, that's too many. Nope, that's accurate. Wait, no, that's too many. Yes, that's fine.
One in each.
Yes, 1 in each. So Hunt,
Okay.
Prowl, Attune, and Command.
Tune and command. That's great. I love that. All right.
I have already been thinking about this character a lot, so it's nice to get in here and mess around about.
Well, speaking of which, do you want to pick your special ability?
I would absolutely love that. Thank you for asking. Open up the special abilities. Okay, so special. Is it actually? Is special abilities already on?
They're not.
They're
You'll have to put it on your character sheet from the text of the playtest.
Beautiful. So as far as special abilities, I have Xeno Researcher, Scrap Wizardry, which is pretty fucking great. That's the. As soon as I saw Tinker on there, I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the special ability would be the Thought Speak, which is something that like.
Oh no, you have Thought Speak naturally.
Oh, this is about.
Yeah.
This is more of a like an empathetic Thought Speak and like feelings of courage. And
Yeah, like the telepathic aura. Like, you remember in the
Yeah.
first book when Elfangor like approached the children and they felt this wave of like. Not like their emotions were like stifled, but they felt like this courageous like feeling inside of them. I think certain times, like the kids felt like a psychic like aura from Visser 3 and Elfangor. Like, I think that in some cases with Andalites, because of their thought speak, they're able to sort of radiate emotions as well.
See, now I am like reading through this because I gave a little look through the special abilities, but the one that I didn't read really well, and I'm probably not going to go for it, but I just want to give a shout out to your great work here. I love the alien arsenal. Before landing on Earth, you possess one morph from an alien planet. Give this morph an alien name and pick 2 action dots for it to have. That is incredible. That like, I think it's weird because that's not what I want to build with this character, but man, that is exciting. Like that just reading that makes me want to rethink some things, but I think I'm kind of stuck between Scrap Wizard Scrap Wizardry because I already have a couple in Tinker, so like that but I also like the aura because that is biting my nails now. Okay. Get the murder someone with that tailblade though.
Well, if you get enough experience, you'll take another one.
That's true.
Yeah.
Over time, you get experience and you can buy another ability.
I guess the question is like, are you more of a gadgeteer or
Are you a warrior prince? Are you like, because Andalite society is split pretty much in the middle. There's the tech wizards and the scientists, and then there are the warrior princes and the cadets known as the Arist. So it's really, I think it really depends on what sort of Andalite you are.
I am definitely leaning towards. Um, I mean, if we're gonna like completely transparent, I'm definitely leaning towards the warrior
Hmm.
side of the Andalite, but with the potential of like narratively changing that with these as we get to know these characters. So like that's like something to learn about that I am. So I'm trying to build it
So
from
like
also.
maybe you are the warrior prince, but if you do want like scrap wizardry, maybe it's like you have talents that were sort of suppressed because it's not the warrior way. It is like a weak-willed sort of talent,
Yeah.
and now that you're on Earth, you can freely pursue it. Maybe.
I also like the idea. This is also something that for me now thinking about scrap wizardry and coming from a warrior standpoint and how the flavor text and stuff you've added to this, which is making me think of, like like I was a warrior. We know things. I know things about technology. I've been around technology. I've seen it. I'm not really super proficient with it, but the human technology is so embarrassingly simple that I could figure it out.
Oh my god! Like Axe constantly shits on humans whenever he
I,
is like dealing with our tech.
I like this. I like this a lot.
I love it too.
I think I might go with. I'm gonna go with the scrap wizardry because I think that'd be fun to play with and play off of the location that we're at. So yeah, scrap wizardry. So I just add that to the special abilities.
Yep, you would just copy and paste.
Nope, don't do that.
Answering a chat question.
So it says scrap wizardry. Do I need to add anything else in there?
I think you might. I think I might change it because I made Andalite pretty early on. Whenever you invent something with Tinker. Oh, I forgot the best part. Drunkly, guess what?
What?
Okay. So, in Blades in the Dark. In Blades in the Dark, there's this thing called the score. And the score is when the crew goes to get money. Guess what? We don't have money in Animorphs.
Uh-oh.
Our score, instead, is all about stopping the Yeerks. And once we're done stopping the Yeerks, we take some downtime to recover. And everybody gets 2 downtime actions to do whatever they want, like relieve stress, heal from a harm, invent something, gather information on what the Yeerks are going to do next, all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. The Yeerks also can do things. They have what's known as priority actions that I choose to inflict something on a turf of your hometown. If you find where turf is in the big document of Morphs in the Dark beta, it lists your hometown and the various places that the Yeerks can infest, essentially. And what you'll be doing is basically taking the downtime to prepare for the score, to really find out where the weakest point is and how you can accomplish your goals in the score phase. And I forgot my point. But I know that I had to tell you that because that is how the game is sort of run. The game like flows between different stages. It flows between, okay, we're Animorphs, we have to do Animorph stuff. Okay, we now have to do something in reaction to something the Yeerks are doing. Okay, we did that. That was scary. Now we have to find out what to do next. Oh no, the Yeerks are doing this. We have to find out what to do next. Oh no, the Yeerks are doing this. We have to find out what to do next. That's sort of the like feel that will go on for a few sessions. And then I have the opportunity at various times based on the heat that you generate, and that means like literally like depending on how much of an impact you make during a game, you will generate heat. And if you generate enough heat, you get a wanted level. The Orcs are going to be doing various things to continue to hunt you down. And every time you get a wanted level, I basically get to roll to see if the next stage of the invasion begins.
Fun.
Yeah. Where is the fortune roll? Let's roll fortune. And if I ever get more or equal to your wanted level, the next phase starts. Like immediately.
I like that. I do like that we. One of the things that while reading this that I really enjoyed, and I haven't played Blades of the Dark, but I've watched playthroughs. I've watched your playthrough of it.
I love the Hive.
Yeah, like I see. Like I really enjoy this, and I really like this. Also adds the a level that I wasn't sure how it was going to be done through the gameplay wise, where like it was. The aspect even of the TV show that was made in the 90s with like, you know, talented people and stuff, but it was a kid show in the 90s with a medium Canadian budget. And it was like there was that thrilling aspect, like you don't know who's what and you also don't know where you're safe. And I was wondering how we're going to convey that, like where like we can't just out ourselves all the time as it's like
you immediately like if there's a certain heat level that gets added, you get like +3 heat if they discover you are not Andalite. You get +3 heat if they discover your real identity.
Yay!
Like that is something that has a direct impact on what happens in the campaign, and that's really what I wanted to sort of, because when you read the book series, Animorphs was sort of written as like a Monster of the Week sort of book series, but they still had moments where it was a building crescendo of tension as things became more and more dire, even when they were getting ghost written.
Yeah, that was towards the end, right? Like the
middle to end section.
I think like book 22 was when they started, and then like book 30 they were like almost exclusively ghost written, and then I think Applegate did pop in from time to time, but they were mostly ghost written for the latter half. But I wanted to really help convey that sense of paranoia, that sense of how far are we losing this war already.
That's why this like absolutely works, because I mean obviously in like the, for those of you who only know like the TV show, like the principal, it was like this, or who's who, what's what, but like because we were talking about this like almost a year ago, where it was like, what if like a politician, or what if you know, because that's the plan.
Can you trust what is being like put forward by anyone?
Yeah, and it really only takes one person in power to accumulate. It's crazy stuff. I love it though. That's why like this is. I'm really happy to see that is an aspect of the game that we all have to like take care of, and not just transform willy nilly.
Yeah.
And you know.
No, the whole reason for doing a score is to reduce like the tiers of certain home turfs, because if you guys know that like the school system, the education turf is like infested to like tier 4, you know you have to do scores to reduce that, or else you might find yourselves in a school assembly where they're literally infecting the kids. Like I have a mission. I'm gonna just tell you guys this. I have an example mission I'm gonna write for the book. For the Morphs in the Dark, like full rulebook, that you know GMs can like test out.
Yeah.
You guys remember when you had to like in elementary school get your like hearing checked?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be a situation where they take you to another room and they just put a yerk in you.
Yeah. Straight up.
That's horrifying.
And it won't happen to the player characters, but the player characters are going to realize that is what is happening.
And have to solve from there.
And then they have to solve it from there.
Probably from school.
And like that's what the campaign is going to be filled with. It's going to be filled with these little moments of your characters knowing the Yeerks are doing something in this particular part of town. Do we have enough time to actually do anything about it, or are we going to let people get controlled, like without like what even can we do?
Yeah.
What even can you do at certain times? Because yeah, like if the police are mostly Yeerks, how do you even begin attending to that? Like, do you actually go out and start hurting the police officers?
Yeah.
Or your teachers? Or the governor? Like,
definitely hurt the governor.
And that's why crews are really important to figure out how are you going to make a resistance against this alien invasion.
I actually was going through the crews. I'm happy with the truthers. I really am happy with that. But like it is now, like, knowing more about this game and hearing you talk about it too is it's so and like it leaves it so open to different stories that you can tell. Like,
what if everybody played? Because actually, yeah, there's a Yeerk campaign that I would love to do sometime. And there's that book where Jake gets flash forwarded to a future where the Yeerks win, and it's all like a corporate Yeerk planet now. And
wild.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I want that. And then they just didn't follow up on that forever. And it was just such like a fascinating, like, what if it was like a Blade Runner setting, but with Yeerks, and you're trying to pass off as, you know, someone, or there's like a Yeerk movement where Yeerks are getting prejudiced basically because of the controllers they have. Like, what if humans become the new top tier? Like, this is like the perfection of Yeerks. You're not a real Yeerk unless you have a human controller, and all the other Yeerk. Yeah. And like, there's all these ways, and then it gets down to, when you get down to it, Yeerks, like you are a parasite. And what are you gonna do about it now that you realize you are? There's like so many like opportunities for stories to explore in this setting, and that's really what motivated me to like make it. So yeah, I blush every time you say such nice things, Marcus.
Well, no, it's like it really is true. Like to see this, and that you already have like this idea of what can be done, and are not like holding back any potential for it. Like the fact that you could play as a Yeerk, or you could play like this is so cool, and it also keeps the theme, like you were saying, the small stories of like the ear test, which is what interests me, because the Animorph universe is expansive and huge. But the thing about the books that I always enjoyed, while everything was expansive and huge, it was very tight stories, these little stories, these very human teenage stories.
Rachel is detached from her old best friend. That's a story. And she tries to reignite that bond of friendship. And then there's this other part of that book where her friend's dad is a controller.
Yep. And
now that becomes like, I'm seeing my friend's like horrible home life. And
Netflix, make this happen.
Netflix, why aren't you doing this?
Animated series, 4 will write it.
I will write it. I can make the script. I will write it. I'm so like, it's so upsetting because like I want to invest all this time into like Animorphs shenanigans, and then I realize like I still have to go to work.
Yeah, right. That's the worst part when you're working on something. You're like, oh, I actually have to earn a living, huh?
I mean, I love my like job because it's horse groom. Like, that's amazing. Like, I get to hang out with horses all day and they bite me and all that stuff. Yeah, it's great. They poop everywhere. The floor of their stall is covered with piss.
That's what the Andalites are going to be like.
That's what the Andalites are. Like, whenever you hear an Andalite being like, oh, you silly humans and your human technology, I will turn to them and be like,
I'm just going to do a Marvin the Martian impression now. I'm an Andalite. Human technology means nothing. I can't do a Marvin the Martian impression. I will be right back. I'll see you soon.
Is
I'm
it
just gonna
a bathroom break?
a little bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Actually, yeah, we've done an hour. Let's go take a break for a little while. When we get back, we'll jump deeper into this game, and maybe we'll roleplay a bit.
Yeah,
I'll
that'd be
see you
exciting.
later.
Yeah. See you soon.
Horse noises.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, let's go live. So let's do it. Okay, here we go.
Every morning there's a yerk up in the corner of the brain that lives inside my. That's all I got. I'm working on Yerk song parody.
We should do covers, Yerk covers.
The greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
Visser Kisser is the album.
Visser Kisser. Yes.
Oh boy. All right. Drunkly, you chose your special ability, and you chose.
Sorry, now everything's. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I think you chose your special ability. You chose your playbook, and you also chose your action dots. I think we should choose your morph.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
everybody gets one free morph out of the following. So you can choose, because the Esquivel device in the game will allow you to hold up to 6 morphs. You get one of these for free. You could choose between a battle morph, a wild morph, a flyer morph, an aquatic morph, a small morph, an urban morph, or an ugly bug morph.
Not a pretty bug.
No.
Specifically
Just an ugly bug.
an
It's
unattractive bug.
No. Morphine bugs is a nightmare show.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the Cronenberg the Fly, so like I feel like
Oh no, that's morphine. That right there,
Yeah.
that's morphine.
Yeah.
That's what Kay Applegate was like. I like to write a children's book about this.
I remember me and for those of you who don't know, me and Forrest streamed a game for a while, and we did often spend huge chunks of it with the rest of the cast looking up the middle part of the Animorphs animation. And man, that was some horrifying stuff.
Oh man, the Rachel Starfish is one of my favorites.
The Rachel Starfish. There was a kid reading Animorphs books at this bookstore that has cats roaming around it. And I sat there and I just pulled them all out. I'm like, these are my favorite. And I walked away. And I hopefully didn't scare that kid. Anyway, I want him to buy all of those.
No, I've done that at bookstores too. Like I'll grab one book and I'll be like, I'm gonna put this over here,
Yeah, right in the front.
right in the front, and I'm gonna spine the front cover out, not the spine.
Yep. Exactly. Got to make it look appealing. So I have a choice. Is there a page I can look at those together so you don't have to repeat them every time I forget?
Yes.
I was just looking at it.
It is. So do you actually have the big book? The
actual.
Yeah, it's under the morphine in the dark section.
Page
Right before
36.
right before the Yerks. So if you scroll all the way down and you find the aliens, it's right above the Yerks.
Yep.
And this is going to be like the signature morph. Like I wanted to make a mechanic where everybody can start morphing immediately. Like you get a free I wanna be a hawk like that.
Yeah.
Or I wanna be a cat. I want to be.
I like that you're just turning into a regular horse. I have too many arms.
Mm-hmm.
That's my horse morph. I'm not gonna pick that one though. I'm reading.
Yeah, you're like, what could improve Andalites? Well, nothing really, but this is close enough.
So I did put my points. I did put a point in Prowl, which is interesting to do an urban morph, where I could be a dog and kind of.
Yeah, dogs are urban morphs. They also include squirrels, mice.
Be a mouse again.
And sort of any creature that really makes its way in a human environment, including humans. Humans belong in urban morphs.
Oh, so I could actually pick a human.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
All right. What kind of human?
It's a very difficult decision.
Yes, it is.
Well, and also you're turning into that specific human.
Yeah.
So did you pick it up in the town that we're in?
It could be one of the players. Or it could be someone you just ran up to in an Andalite form. You tackled them, and then you ran away.
I think it would have been. I don't really. So I don't know how we're all coming together.
Neither do I.
Off the top of my head, if I crashed here or I wound up here in some way, something didn't go right, maybe a hunter found me. A hunter with his kid or something, and I had to get away, but I was injured, but I did brush past these, so I might have been able to acquire
tagged him on the way out.
Yeah,
I like that.
Something.
It could have been okay. So here's what I think. When you crash landed, a hunter did find you, and he shot you, thinking, "Oh, it's a deer," and then you're like, "Shit, I have to morph. I'm hurt." And then he inspected you and was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Hot damn, that's a big ass deer.
That's a big ass deer. And then you're like, huzzah! And you touched him. Because acquiring a morph immediately calms and somewhat paralyzes the creature. And this stopped the man from shooting you and gave you enough time to escape.
I like this. I think that's what I'm gonna go with, because that seems like the most interesting thing for me personally, as a giant blue horse with 2 eyes and a 4 eyes and a stabby tail.
Stab.
Having the option to become a human as a main thing seems very fascinating to me, and I want to play around with that, because that makes maneuverability a lot easier in our setting.
Yes, because otherwise we get to play through that real time with the rest of the players.
Here's the problem, though: like, humans just have this smell about them that I can't get used to.
How did they taste?
With their mouths that are on their faces for some reason and not in their hooves.
Why do they have mouth? What am I about?
Oh my god! That is what I'm going to be here for when you start.
And that's why I want to play an Andalite, really. Like, I'm so fascinated with that.
Bunza.
What is this?
You don't get it at first. You just, like, think to everybody, and they're like, no, you have to talk to them. And
well, I like that I thought I'd speak to them, but my mouth would just be... and I wouldn't know that I had to, like, could you close that?
And then you continue.
Like a bugged out video game character.
Yeah! Like it's that Sonic 06, whenever you talk to someone.
Oh, Christ.
Yes, so down for that. That's perfect.
I am looking forward to this. Okay. I think that's it.
That's also an interesting take too. Like it might not be like the hunter's probably not his day job, so I might have to. That's something to think about. I like all this.
You've acquired Dick Cheney.
Great. Oh man, now you got me. I want to rant about the movie.
He didn't shoot you because you look like a deer. He shot you for your upper half.
I just want everyone to go see the Adam McKay movie Vice about Dick Cheney's life. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Go check it out. People think it's good for some reason. It is bad.
Let's go see that Fast and Furious movie.
It is bad. Shame on you.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I lost.
How do you really feel?
There's a scene at the end of this movie. Where 2 grown men start fighting each other, and then the girl turns. This is the last words of the movie. Girl turns to the girl next to her and says, "Man, did you see the new Fast and the Furious trailer? It's gonna be lit." And that's the end of the fucking... Sorry. I'm fine. It is...
Now, I thought Dick Cheney said that.
that would have made it better.
Yeah!
Bale just pretty much did... I don't know. I love Christian Bale, but fuck, that movie sucks. I'm sorry. I am like... Like, now, it's weird that now I get even angrier about Dick Cheney, but for weirder reasons. It's fine.
I can't wait to hate watch it on Netflix.
Oh, please do. I'm gonna drink my potion.
I will drink my
Poison.
No, it's my brown morning potion.
Yes.
Did you?
I love my brown morning.
Have you guys seen The Dragon Prince?
No, it's on my list of things I need to absolutely watch.
Brown morning potion is from that.
That's fantastic. Yes.
Everybody watch The Dragon Prince. It is a tremendous series, and I'm very proud of it.
Watch that, not Vice. Actually,
here's what we need to do.
Watch it while watching Vice.
on mute.
Audio of Dragon Prince, video of video of Dragon Prince, audio of Vice. Please do it. Actually, that's what my character... Yeah, you're right. My character is Dick Cheney. That's what happened. I took the human form of Dick Cheney. I'm going to break this game.
Okay.
No, that's not what...
Chick Daney.
Chick Daney, the local weatherman.
This is amazing.
This is thank you for not running away.
No, I would never. I have, as you said, more than a year of experience with this. So,
inoculated to the.
oh yes, I'm inoculated. I have experienced the Buscemi, the inner Buscemi. Viewed. Oh man. Yeah, I want to make. This is off the wall. I want to make like a stream, like screensaver, like when we take a break or when we're about to play. That's just like full of like the mid Animorphs, all the worst ones.
Yes.
Like, are you ready to play? Ah!
I am going to try to at some point Photoshop all of us into some kind of Animorph abomination.
No.
That software is out there.
It's all...
I don't know if you watch Lazy Game Reviews, but he has taken a look at the tech. I'll find the video after this, but he has found the software that lets you kind of do the like halfway
Oh boy.
animal.
Oh, I just saw that. Oh, that's
exciting.
okay. Well, looks like I got.
You have to do
plans.
this.
Looks like your job just got easier. Speaking of your job, you're Andalite. Are they a warrior prince? Are they a scientist? Are they
Definitely Warrior Prince.
Definitely
I want to go with Warrior Prince with the yeah. That sounds.
Now here's where I'm going to sort of bring you in, drunkly. By the way, do you have an Andalite name?
I do. So I wanted to talk because I did write a name down, but I wanted to talk about the naming convention for a second because I don't know if there's not enough data that I was able to extrapolate on how they were named. It looks kind of like the Roman
There's
style.
always like 3 names.
Yeah, which is how I went at it from like the. I mean, the names. I love these books. The names are gibberish for the most part, and I like they're super sci-fi names. Add a couple L's, add a couple I's. But
Maybe a Z.
Let's throw a Z in there. Let's get adventurous. Yes, I do have a name. It is the first name would be Icon. IICON.
Okay, Icon.
And that's largely because I was thinking if I had to go by a name that wasn't that, Connor would be a good one.
I was about to be like, what if? No.
What was? Wait.
I see you, P.
I see you, and I didn't understand the joke. Icon, Kilowan, Silowan, Updog. Yes. My name is
Icon ICUP Updog.
Prince.
Prince.
Updog.
I'm so sorry. Prince ICUP.
Prince Updog.
Prince Updog.
Prince
okay.
Watts. Updog. Oh God, no.
Hi, we're 10. We're okay. So Icon.
God, people were watching for a second. Oops.
So we sort of talked about it earlier, and you're sort of on a spy mission, I guess.
Me personally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't. So here's what I imagine. Mm-hmm. Imagine with me. Connect our internet minds. Earth sits in the vast emptiness of space. Icon, it is a planet that is quite beautiful. Until one of the many satellites that surround it suddenly swings into view, and the scientist next to you sort of grumbles, I don't think they're going to get past this for millennia. Look at all of them. That's, to my count, Prince 138. And this is a ZZ. That is her, like, short name. Her full name is ZZ Puswam Welbo. And she is the head scientist assigned to your dome ship. Your dome ship is circling Earth, just a little bit away from the immense moon that eclipses the rest of the universe behind you. And
That's Earth's moon, correct?
yes, it is Earth's moon.
Earth's one moon.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the 4 moons back home.
She says, I do too. I'm actually missing... Does the ground taste dry to you?
You know, it does. Little crispy.
It must have come from one of the drier plains. I personally grew up next to... our home tree was very well irrigated.
Unlike this.
No, this is just...
I've had worse. I mean, don't get me wrong, but...
Well, it just seems that the dome ships have been very... not organic. I wonder what Earth would taste like. Feel like. This is what's most exciting to me when we go on missions like this. A small civilization, albeit they're ungainly. You've seen the dossier, correct?
I have. I don't know how they can get by with less than 4 eyes.
Well, it's because of their necks. You see, the necks are incredibly flexible.
Really? I wouldn't get. Do they go this way, and I bend my torso back.
Oh God, yeah. Like Andalites, by the way, they can't really turn their necks very well. They kind of have to like.
They have to Batman their way. Michael Keaton Batman their way through most situations.
So perfect. Yeah, and she sort of gives a nod and says, "Yes, they have some advantages, certainly, at least comparatively to other planets."
Have you seen their technology? It's embarrassing.
Well, just look at the orbit. It's littered with these things. Their reliance on satellites is extensive, to say the least.
And look at that. There's like wires fraying from. This is not a good piece of equipment. I know that they're. I know that they are a, for nicer term, because we are in their space, a more simple race, but.
Well, they're just starting to make first steps into not a galactic lifestyle, but you know, they're curious.
Oh, they are, and the curiosity will get them killed, especially because they don't seem to be particularly observant.
I like to think they have a window to the soul.
You are always too kind. Guess that's why you're the scientist and I'm the warrior.
I actually am surprised that Command actually sought to make this venture possible. I was expecting, well, a full staff of researchers, not a contingency of warriors.
No. We have to do what we have to do, and this is important. I want to make sure that I keep looking at that green down there, and I just want to touch it. I want to know what that tastes like. Are you getting that same feeling? I want to taste. Very green.
If I was not as open-minded as you seem to fault me for, I would consider that rather treasonous. Why, anything but old Andalite, soil of homeworld.
Okay. Well,
after all, you don't know what sort of toxins might be in the soil, sir.
True. This planet does seem pretty toxic.
And the carbon footprint is extensive.
Oh, jeez.
The levels are off the charts!
Oh my God.
We're gonna melt when we go down there.
We're in like we're like big, slow-moving space suits.
Oh my God! Do
made
Andalites have space
for
suits?
Andalites in giant spacesuits? Like the hooves are completely like covered. They still have like the big old, like BioShock spelunking helmet.
With the two antennas.
There's special. So I like to believe the two little antennas have their own little astronaut helmet on top of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the eyes. Anyway, that's just me getting adventurous.
And she sort of continues to observe as another satellite sort of rings its way around the planet. And Zizi is very thoughtful for a moment. And she sort of looks over to you and says, Now, this planet has been off the charts. We haven't really considered it anything substantial. But we did have a report a few hundred years ago when we first stumbled upon it. It's staggering, to say the least.
Explain.
Well, Andalites took a long time to reach the point that we have arrived at. The dominant species on this planet is... Well, they're making headway at a startling rate.
And are these the little ones that live on the ground, the small ones?
Well, they may not...
Are they burrowers? Do they live...
No, they build structures. They advance their technology. They commit to devastating wars. It's just...
Pleasant of that every now and then.
Oh, yes, but it's a matter of concern. They've done a tremendous amount in the last 100 years, that is, in the last 40 years. That's just startling, from what I have gathered. Intelligence is sparse on this planet, but what I've seen is... It's disturbing. I would like you to include in your report that I do not want to see what they are capable of in 50 years, no less.
Well, it does make them a target. I'll make sure to make a note of it.
Indeed. And that is when the dome ship is rocked with some unseen force, and the lights of this artificial sun sort of like feeding into the grass and the flora that sort of lives underneath your feet. The dome ship sort of begins to rock and sway, and everybody on board begins to like obviously having trouble stabilizing themselves as it all suddenly goes dark except for the illumination of the blue planet below. Power's down. Emergency power is stifled.
Get it back up? I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know either. What happened? Can engineering do something? And very suddenly, there's a loud click, and you hear from another thought speak from the control room. We have communications. We're being hailed.
By who?
I don't know, sir.
Put him through.
There is another click, and through the speakers, you hear a voice come through, and it says, "Hello, Andalites. We welcome you to this sector of space. This is Visser 9.
Visser 9, this is Prince Icon Kilowan Zorian. Why are you hailing us? Have you done this?
Oh, it's simply a measure of peace. We don't want your Andalite trigger fingers going off." The power will be restored in about a minute. I'm going to take that time to request surrender. And you see, coming around the moon is a blade ship. A pool ship. Immense. And Visser 9 suddenly appears on a screen, a little hologram for your Andalite ship, and it is a Hork-Bajir standing in sort of like a half circle of control monitors, studying the feed. And Visser 9 says, if not, if you prefer to fight this out, Prince Icon, was it?
That's the name.
Well, maybe we can make a deal.
I don't make deals with jerks.
I figured. Prince Icon, your reputation precedes you. If you happen to surrender and board our ship, we'll let the rest of them go. I am not one to be considered merciful, but I am aware that a dome ship can hold its own. But what do you know?
While this is happening, I am in thought communication with pretty much everyone on the board. I have someone counting down the seconds until they can pop those engines in full gear and start an actual attack formation, a plan to try to get to the underside or behind it.
Roll command.
Okay.
The position is going to be not controlled. This is unexpected. All of this, your crew is not expecting Yerks.
No, we were just expecting.
The position is risky, and the effect is going to be standard. Because getting the power back on and having an idea of what steps to do once you are back in control is going to be very crucial.
Do I get? Is there a bonus because the command? I have command.
How many dots do you have in command?
I just have one in command.
There are no bonus dice.
Okay, and that's just how many d6s is this?
Just one. Actually, if you click the actual command word, it'll highlight in red, and you can click it and tell it. Yeah.
Oh, so you said this is risky?
Yep, risky and standard.
Okay, so risky up here, and there we go. And there we go. And there we go.
Let's see. Oh!
Oh!
That's a
Baby!
6.
I can't see. I didn't see what it was. Okay. Beautiful.
All right.
I mean,
so you get a full success. You accomplish your intent.
this might be the game where I roll well.
Don't jinx it.
And this Hork-Bajir, who is a Visser, starts talking again, and he says, if you do intend to cause a fight, we'll meet you with more force than is standard. But just recall, I mean no ill will. We have many places for Andalites in our force.
You said my reputation precedes me. Then you know what I'm about, and you know what I'm gonna do. And when you came out here, when you powered down my ship, you knew what my response would be. I was not gonna get on your ship. I was not gonna become one of you. I am Prince Icon.
And the power comes back on in that moment.
Get ready.
The dome ship quickly orients itself, and it begins to charge up its cannons, and the blade ship in turn begins to swivel in the in the orbit of the moon, and everyone on your ship is able to get into an attack position, and they begin firing upon the blade ship. The blade ship, in return, begins to orient its weapons, and the fight continues. Zizi is just startled. She desperately tries to find her footing and says, my prince, what should the science team do?
Stay alive.
All right. And she's sort of like very like on edge because the dome ship is like taking like evasive action.
Yeah.
And like that's so weird because the top of this dome ship is like a clear, like you could see, and like she's just
literal
like,
dome, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like staring at the planet that is going like, whoo, and like she's like getting nauseous because like it's moving like fast, and she's like stumbling on all fours, and the ship begins to suddenly through the comms you hear, "There's something on the moon. It's I don't know. The readings are," and then from the surface of the moon, there's a sudden, and this blast shoots towards your ship, and it collides with the bottom rung, completely ripping off the lower portion of the dome ship. And very quickly, you hear various people on the comm speak, which is like a global thought speak, like everybody's yelling into the global thought speak. Various parts of the ship are suddenly losing power. They're trying to get reports on anybody that was in that part of the ship. Many of them are trying to say, what was that?
I know it's like super hectic right now. Can I make any visual, or do I have any information in front of me that can tell what just shot us? Or better yet, what are the operations of the ship at the moment? Like, what are our capabilities?
Right now, the operations are
hurtling through space.
No, it's mostly limited. You won't be able to jump into Z space. Your weapons are still good, but your ability to maneuver has made you sort of a sitting duck, especially if that cannon takes another shot. Okay. And you hear on your comms, how many shots does that thing have? What was that? A cannon battery?
Calm yourself. We're not going to take any more chances. How's maneuverability?
It's low, sir. We lost a lot of engines and reactors. We're going to be spinning if we can't get a handle on this.
Okay. Drop. Go down.
Okay. And they time it just right so that right when you see the moon's surface suddenly light up once more with this hellish glow, and the blade ship, meanwhile, is orienting its cannons to just unleash all sorts of fire upon you. Their Drancon lasers are like ripping into the space near your dome ship, and it's harrowing. Go ahead and what shall I make you roll? I definitely want something else to be rolled. Maybe some sort of actually, I think we'll go like this. You hear the group say in thought speak, "Captain, engineering isn't responding." There's something wrong down there.
Check it out.
There's no one free. We have people on the gun batteries, and we're trying to get the reactor power back on.
Can I go down there myself?
Yes.
Or is it, yes. Then I am heading straight. I as soon as I hear no one is available, I'm galloping away.
Yeah. It is a harrowing scene as you descend into the the depths of the dome ship, you are no longer in the comfort of the grassy sort of piece of your homeworld that has been taken into this battle above this alien planet. And as you get to engineering, where the significant amount of damage has been done, you realize it is a hectic scene. There are fires. There are places that are closed off because there was a hull breach because of that cannon. And right now, you will have to make a tinker check to fix whatever is wrong with engineering.
And this is risky once again.
This is actually going to be desperate.
Desperate. Ooh.
Desperate with standard effect.
Desperate.
There's a possibility to make an impact, but if this does not get fixed, your crew is screwed.
There
There's one other Andalite here.
Are they alive, or are they?
They are, and they are desperately trying to make sense of this. You hear them like come at attention, and they sort of salute and say, "Prince, they all got blasted out in the breach. I closed the hole and the impacted."
I literally just reach out with my mind and try to calm them. I just say, "You did the right thing. You did what you had to. Now hold on to something."
Okay. And he wraps his tail around like a little like piece of pipe, and
I give like a little like a look, like a double take. Okay. Okay, here we go. Bonus dice 0.
Whoa! Another 6.
Whew.
Mark XP.
Okay.
Because that was a desperate roll. I would have blown up the ship if you had failed.
Yeah, I bet you would have. So I can mark the XP. Is that actually on the sheet too?
Yeah. It should be on your playbook somewhere.
I have it minimized so I don't
let's see.
take up too much space.
It is playbook. Actually, go put it in resolve, because that is where you. Oh no, put it in what was it? Put it under insight, because that's where Tinker is.
Okay,
you always mark XP with the.
Oh, it's the little tallies. Perfect. Gotcha.
And from there, you hear the hum and the roar of the engines as you reroute power from various non-essential pieces, and you realize like your system is being hacked.
Oh snap!
The blade ship has some operator feeding into your system, trying to reroute most of your power from various places, and in fact they're trying to open the whole doors, but you're able to sort of like stop them from doing that. And this is a very
temporary fix.
it's very temporary.
Okay. I would reach out to ZZ.
Okay.
ZZ. Someone's trying to hack the system right now. Is there anything you can do about it?
Yes, actually. One moment. And she starts to begin covering that portion of this problem, and she's like, "Who is this?" And you hear another click in the speaker system, and you hear Visser 9 say, "Is that really necessary? You're locking me out of your systems. Come on."
I believe it was. You know better if you know who I am than to mess with me.
What makes you think I only had one battery? And another launch of this turmoil, this turbulence rocks the ship, and you hear another reporter on your sort of thought speak comm say, there were 3 different points on the firing. I guess it's a command post on the moon.
So they have 3 different
Yes.
points of attack on us right now.
Yes. Captain, I can descend the dome ship now that you've got power there in the engines. Z-space is not an option. We'll be torn apart if we do that.
Can't land on the moon. This is. Am I speaking to the person on controls?
Yes.
Take us down.
Take us down.
Take us down.
All right. And
Somewhere quiet if possible.
Okay. There is another sudden shudder of your ship, and this one's violent. It nearly makes the cadet next to you, the heiress, nearly like makes him like all. It looks as though his tail is almost going to be ripped off. The way he's like sort of rocked from side to side, and you hear ZZ on the comm speak, sort of let out in this like almost like this soft shudder. The dome's breached.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
I'm locked in. If I go out, oxygen levels are... We're going down, yes?
Yes.
All right.
We're not going down without you. Get out of there.
I know how this works, Prince. I have family. I have family who have been in battles before.
Well, this is not your last battle, so listen, follow orders, and get out here. Get to safety now.
Affirmative. And with that, the ship begins to descend, and Visser 9 comes over the comms once more. Running away now, are we? You could turn around, run in my direction. I can save the rest of your people.
Heard that one before. Comms off.
Yes, sir. And they cut the ability for the dome ship to, or the blade ship to interlace with your communications. And with a very, very shaky descent, you begin to take account of the damage as well as the various missing crew members that are not reporting in, and you hear the Andalite at the helm say, "My prince, we could set down in... I don't know, we might be able to float. We could try to pass this off as a little island on a lake, maybe?"
That's possible. How many holes do we have down there that make us sink?
There's no holes. We're the region that we're over currently as we descend from orbit. It's going to be very populated, but there is a large body of water further away that we could at least make some sort of secret descent. It's night currently.
Beggars can't be choosers. Let's set her down.
You need to get out of engineering. That place is going to flood once we hit.
Is that young the Andalite still with me?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Affirmative. I gesture for the Andalite to come on. You made it. You did it.
I did it?
Thank you. You survived.
That was my first battle, sir. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're still here.
Okay. All right. Okay. And he releases the tension from his tail, and it is like,
The pipe is bent a little
yeah, it is. And the two of you exit into one of the interlacing hallways that will be considered safe for the descent. But yeah, the dome ship, everything up there is going to be roasted. As the descent is made, you feel the gravity of this blue planet suddenly almost try to like crush you in your little compact can. And as you ride out the turbulence, you hear the reports from your helmsman begin to tell you various updates on your descent, until finally you hear him mutter, "All right. Descent complete. We're floating for the moment."
Well, that's the best news I've heard in about 20 minutes. ZZ, you with us?
There's silence for a moment. And then the med bay updates. Yeah.
Oh, you're following orders now, huh?
I'm trying to.
I appreciate it.
And you hear.
Don't tell her when I said that, though.
Oh. You hear private thought speak from one of the officers at the med bay, and they say, "Captain, there are a total of 30 casualties." I'd say everybody accounted for. We have maybe 6 other personnel. Half of them are researchers.
Well, takes a second there. He starts the sentence, but takes a second there and really just lets that wait.
Good news is, the moon is going to be... It's going to be moving. They won't be able to fire on us again, at least for a while.
How long?
Until the moon orients itself in such a manner that the batteries can fire at a particular time.
Well,
they know where he might have landed, but we're going to be trying to smother this little island that we have, look as natural as possible.
What's the population in the area?
Well, there's a large urban center. I'd say there's probably about, considering the households. Researcher ZZ, what is the unit of pack size in these homes? And ZZ says, I'd say maybe 20,000 at least outside of the forest area. As you get further into the urban center, it'll probably be much more than that.
Okay. Does everyone smell that? You smell that?
That's the atmosphere, sir. We've started bringing in oxygen levels. As you might imagine, we're pretty low.
Yeah. I was going to take some getting used to. Let's not stay here too long. We need a plan. They can't fire on us for a while, but they do know where we are. We're going to conceal our location. Maybe send out some reconnaissance to see what we can get in the area.
Sir?
Anything.
My prince, we have, we have, frequencies being picked up on our comms. They have,
Spit it out.
So, it looks as though they're Yerk.
The population of this town.
At some point, they have there's likely a Yerk pool somewhere inside this town. And with that, they will have a Kandrona generator as well.
Damn. Well, any soul? How many soul do we have? Any soldiers left?
I'm a soldier, sir, says the one that is with you.
Baby.
Great. Okay.
You hear the helmsman say, well, I ranked second in most of my dueling classes before I took this position.
Look, I turn to the one that I'm with. Okay, you're with me. We're gonna go out there, do a little recon. And you, the one who the dueler person, you, stay here and guard this place.
Understood.
Take care of the researchers. They're gonna get us off this planet.
Understood. And the cadet goes, all right. Okay. Are we supposed to swim? I can't swim, sir!
Well, it's a good day to learn, and I start walking away.
Okay. Oh, man, this is gonna be great. And we're going to end the session on that, because I have a few ideas on what happens next. Because we did decide you were going to be shot by a hunter, and we also might make that hunter related to one of the players, maybe.
Which is cool.
That would be a cool way to immediately introduce you and your party together.
Person.
Yeah. Sorry, we shot you. Oops.
Oh god, I have to go to a parent-teacher conference. No, that would be. Oh, that'd be. Yes, I am a normal human parent, and I smell this way for a reason.
What is my What is my student's
Trying to like
intelligence level?
Take this. So I attack.
That's great. Yeah, like the Andalite duels with their tail blades is probably like amazingly intense.
Oh, well, that would actually be like I would. That's one of those things that you never really got visually in any media from the Animorphs, an actual like fight scene. It's always any footage or pictures I've seen or animation or anything. It's just been like a quick lightning
just
stab.
the prosthetic or whatever.
But like, but like imagine like two battle Andalites just going at it.
And like animated, it would be so cool.
God, there's so much.
And like, I'm so upset. I'm gonna write a script. That's what I'm gonna
do. It.
I'm just gonna do it. All right, everybody. We have completed character creation for Drunkly. We have picked our crew. We have received the introductory trouble that you are in. And from there, we are just going to move forward and wait until next week to get everybody together and begin the harrowing adventure. Let's do outros. Tell us who you are, what you do, and where we can find you, and what you're expecting as we step forward. Simon, I'm so sorry that you have just basically been hanging out, but...
it was a lovely hanging out.
It was lovely having you. Again, like, I'm just very glad that I am able to play with you.
Same.
Yeah, give us the rundown.
All right. So my name is Simon once again. I am very happy to show off my character next time, but it was lovely to watch the evolution of our beloved prince and see what was going on with him.
Hail!
It's really cool. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris, tweeting about LARPs and things. And I also have some YouTube videos that I'm putting out about tabletop role-playing theory and design. My channel right now is just a long string of letters because you have to have a certain number of hits, but just go check out my page. That's it.
Tremendous! Drunkly!
Sorry, I'm too busy trying to follow Simon on Twitter. What was that handle again? Just for those of us who were trying to type it and failed.
Do I have...
I think it's on the overlay.
Yeah, it is.
Lucha Libris.
Do I have a sponsor?
It's
No.
like wrestling, but with books.
Got it. Found it.
Yeah.
Followed it.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Marvelous.
Okay, now I am happy and I am following. Hi, my name
Bam.
is Marcus. You could follow me at Drunkly Romantic if you want. I post a lot of pictures and dumb things. But I am super excited to be here, and especially getting to play Simon. This is going to be fun. I'm already excited to play with you, and I'm excited to meet the rest of the group and get this game together because, damn, this was fun. I wasn't even expecting to jump into the role playing that quick, and I was like, but I forgot how much I love working with you for. I forgot how much. I've messaged you like every couple of weeks for like a year now. Like I miss you. I miss playing with you. But like now doing it is like. That's also I think a thing now that I realize because I've been doing the reading a lot about Andalites lately, so I just kind of want to make horse sounds.
I am an expert on horse sounds, and that's like very much like that's very good. But unfortunately, most of the horse sounds come from their big fat nostrils. Yeah.
Ugh.
And unfortunately, human nostrils can't like flap.
Want to bet? You win. You win that one.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
When you're right, you're right.
Drunkly, I've missed you, and I'm glad to finally be. By the way, your room looks awesome.
Thank you. When there's more, it's usually got better. I actually have blue lights on right now, but you can't see it because it's so bright outside.
No, I have that same problem. Voila.
What's happening over here?
Voila.
This is Seattle. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be gray and rainy. It is raining outside right now.
Man. Fudge.
What's the thing about April showers?
April drip 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 little
April showers bring do the things and the stuff and the things.
Sorry, Simon. So
Oh, that's beautiful.
oh man, we're going to I don't want to end. I'm having fun.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
This is a lot of fun. We should it would be great to like we should just like play like anything together sometime.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever you're up, whenever either of you are up for something, I guess let me know. Whenever the chat is up for something, let me know. Because guess what? This playtest is in the works. It's going to be revised. It's going to be updated, and it's going to be awesome. Let's.
Oh no, this is just so good.
Actually, let's try to raid Straticus because I have been. Let's see, Oh god. Oh god. Wait, is this how it is done? Straticus? Is that how it's done? Raid? My stupid bot is dead. That's how I'm only now getting back into streaming, and I'm still not too hooked on how to intro and outro or how to raid and be Twitch culture, but you know what? I'm learning. And we'll be eager to see you guys when we go live next week with the first episode. And man, I will see you guys next time on the forefront. So be kind, be ridiculous, and go forth. Farewell, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.